Welcome to Syntaxis Flow English Podcast. I'm your host, Nuvilett.
And I'm Furina. Today we're diving into a mindset that has sparked countless debates in boardrooms, art studios, and even in our daily chores. The concept that done is better than perfect.
Yesterday, I saw you walking into a bar with some guy.
Are you sure you didn't mistake someone else for me?
I was signing a contract with a client yesterday and sitting at the cafe across the street.
I'll talk to you about it after today's session.
All right, as long as you tell me everything is okay, I'll still be by your side. I was actually planning to talk about our wedding. Getting back to today's lesson, have you ever felt paralyzed by the need to make everything flawless before showing it to the world? If you've ever been stuck in the perfectionism trap, this episode is tailor-made for you.
We'll explore why finished is more powerful than perfect, how it applies to your English learning journey, and of course, break down some high-level vocabulary along the way. Grab your notebooks and let's get started.
So, Furina, let's start with a reality check. I remember when we were launching our first YouTube video, you spent nearly 3 days just deciding on the font color for the thumbnail. Do you think that perfect color actually changed our view count?
Oh, don't remind me. Honestly, I think I was just hiding behind perfectionism because I was scared of being judged. I thought if it wasn't flawless, people wouldn't take us seriously. But actually, I realized that while I was tweaking fonts, other creators had already uploaded 3 videos.
That's a good point. There's a term for that, analysis paralysis. We spend so much time overthinking the details that we never actually cross the finish line. In the tech world, they say, if you aren't embarrassed by the first version of your product, you shipped too late.
I love that. It's about the minimum viable product. But have you ever thought about how this applies to English learners? So many students refuse to speak because they're waiting for their grammar to be perfect.
Precisely. Perfectionism is the enemy of fluency. If you wait until you know every tense and every idiom before you open your mouth, you'll be waiting forever. Real-world communication is messy. It's about getting your point across, even if you drop a few S endings or mix up your prepositions.
I couldn't agree more. Perfectionism is often just procrastination in a fancy suit. When we aim for 100% perfection, we often end up with 0% completion. However, if we aim for good enough and just get it done, we create a foundation that we can actually improve later.
Right. You can't steer a parked car. You have to get it moving first. Once the project is done, you get feedback, you learn from your mistakes, and the next version becomes better. That's the iterative process.
Exactly. So for our listeners out there, is there a project you've been polishing for months or a conversation you've been avoiding because you're not ready? Maybe it's time to just hit send or publish. Now let's take a breather and look at some of the sophisticated structures and vocabulary we just used.
Our first term is analysis paralysis. Definition: the state of overanalyzing a situation so much that a decision or action is never taken. Example: I wanted to start a blog, but I had analysis paralysis choosing the right website layout.
Next, we have a great idiom, procrastination in a fancy suit. Definition: using perfectionism as an excuse to delay work, making it look like you are being diligent when you are actually just avoiding the task. Example: spending 5 hours researching the perfect notebook instead of actually studying is just procrastination in a fancy suit.
Third, the verb to ship. In a professional context, it means to release a product or finish a project and send it to the customer or audience. Example: it's not perfect, but it's time to ship the project and see how the market reacts.
And finally, iterative process. Definition: a process of making progress by repeating a cycle of steps and making small improvements each time. Example: learning a language is an iterative process. You speak, you make mistakes, you correct them, and you repeat.
To wrap things up, the biggest takeaway today is simple: progress over perfection.
Don't let the fear of being imperfect stop you from being productive.
That's right. Remember, done gives you data and experience, while perfect only gives you stress. Whether it's your career or your English practice, just keep moving forward.
If you found value in this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe to Syntaxis Flow for more deep dives into mindset and language.
We want to hear from you. What is one thing you've been holding back on because of perfectionism? Let us know in the comments below.
Until next time, keep flowing and keep growing.
Goodbye and see you next time.
So you're saying he was just an old friend from college?
Yes, I don't have any feelings for him. We're just friends, catching up after a long time.
Well then, I feel relieved.
You can be at ease. I've never betrayed you when it comes to matters of the heart. Oh, by the way, have you already prepared a Mercedes G63 for me before the wedding? That way, our love story will surely be as beautiful as a fairy tale.